Coming to pattern recognition, uh, the main application is the Snoop, which is the bomb detector in many of the US airports. It Snoop detects the bomb like by recognizing the chemical compound in that. Character recognition and handwriting, these mainly are used in banks, financial services, and also in processing checks. Coming to the data association, it not only identifies the characters that were scanned but identifies when the scanner is not working properly. Next, coming to the data conceptualization, it infers the grouping relationships. For example, it extracts the database, the names of those most likely to buy a particular product. And then coming to the data filtering, it smoothens the signal. For example, it takes the noise out of a telephone. And planning unknown environments, sensor data is noisy, fairly new approach to planning. These are the main applications of the neural networks, and many more applications like marketing, evaluating the risk in financial services, etc., are done by neural networks. Coming to the benefits of neural networks: power, ease of use, and intuitively appealing. The power is nothing but it models a complex functions, non-linearity built into the network. Ease of use, very little user domain specific skills are needed for this neural networks. Everyone can operate that neural networks. Intuitively appealing, it's based on a model of biology. Will it that leads to a genuinely intelligent computer or robots. Neural networks cannot do anything that cannot be done using traditional computing techniques, but they can do some things which would otherwise be very difficult by the computer techniques. And also neural networks, it cannot by integrating the neural network with computer techniques, we can earn more profits comparing to the artificial intelligence. Thank you. Next.
Yeah, hi. I'll be explaining the benefits of artificial intelligence, as already my group mates have already explained the applications. They're useful in banks, where every month banks need to calculate your interest and give you add your interest to your account. So that can be done artificially by artificial intelligence. Medical clinics can use artificial intelligence to organize bed schedules, make a staff rotation, and provide medical information. And financial institutions have long been using artificial intelligence to track people who didn't pay their bills and get them up and send their bills in order to get them paying their bills. Robots is another application of artificial intelligence. They often are given the jobs that are considered dangerous for humans. Robots have proven efficient in jobs like in doing repetitive jobs, which may lead to mistakes or accidents due to lapse in concentration, and other jobs which humans may find degrading. There are many robots have been increasing over the years, and Japan has the most leading number of robots, and General Motors use robots in painting and welding process in the industry. And some typical problems to which AI methods are applied: handwriting recognition, which was already explained by Shweta, where you can write on your PDAs and it transfers the data into digital data, and it can also format the data. Speech recognition and facial recognition are something related to biometrics, where a system can identify your speech or facial or your face to give you access to a particular system. Actually. And diagnosis is concerned with the development of algorithms and techniques that are able to determine whether the behavior of a system is correct. For example, these days Mercedes is using the diagnosis system where they have a chip in the car and you connect a computer to the chip. It automatically tells you what the problems in the car are, and it can also be useful for the wheel balancing in cars, where it automatically tells you which wheel isn't in the right balance. Optimal mark recognition is the process of capturing data by contrasting reflectivity at predetermined positions on a page. By shining a beam of light onto the document, the scanner is able to detect a marked area because it reflects less light than an unmarked surface. An example for this is the feedback that we just filled out. It uses the optical mark recognition, where when you put it onto a scanner, it directly reflects on what feedback we have given Dr. Bobby. And I would like to say something that Dr. Day, who was the guest speaker, he said that you can change the screen just by looking at the presentation. I think that needs artificial intelligence. So you got to do something like this to change the screen. All right. Yeah. And the conclusion will be said by Vishnu.
All right. Here we come to the concluding part. Have you already seen? We tried our best to explain artificial intelligence. So this is what we feel about artificial intelligence as a system. People, the very concept behind trying to understand artificial intelligence is to understand how humans work, how humans think, and their ability and their limits. That was the concept behind finding out more about artificial intelligence. But as it evolved at a stage, it became more scientific and technological field, affecting many aspects of our daily life. As you can see, 5 years down the line, probably a lot of your background stuff would be working on artificial intelligence. Next. So even as artificial intelligence become integrated into our everyday life, researchers remain focused on the grand challenge of automating intelligence. Well, the challenge always remains. People think the more we automate things, the better, because it reduces error. That is the goal of artificial intelligence, is to automate almost everything that we come across in our daily life. And the real practical application of artificial intelligence is still years away. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here with Dr. Bobby. Artificial intelligence system would be teaching us. And the much anticipated advances in knowledge and technology will require a sustained collaborative fundamental research effort. It doesn't need one person or two persons. It's the way thinking must change to improve artificial intelligence. And that's all for today. And thank you very much for giving us this opportunity.